Now, remember what I told you yesterday? I'll make it Bekitza Nimris. That Nigeres HaKodesh Yud Beis, previous one, we talked about Shalom. But the Shalom was because you have two separate Malachim, Michal and Gabriel. One is Chesed and one is Gevurah. And the Shalom is between two different Malachim. Yud Gimel is talking about Shalom, but Shalom and Ayid. And you don't need two Jews to have Shalom. In every Yid you have the opposites. There's nothing a person but a Malach. So it's a deeper, it seems to me that Nigeres HaKodesh Yud Gimel begins where Yud Beis finishes. It's also Shalom, but it's not two different people, but that every Yid has every Midah. So we learned yesterday, this is the first shtickle, that some Yidden's nature is primarily Gevurah. They're very calculated, they're very exact, and they're very cheap. Some people's nature is very generous, and very open, and very unmeasured, and uncalculated, and a little bit reckless. So the Rebbe says, Vihine. Kolish is Kufi Tesam and Av, the Nushtikele. Kolish Yisrael, every Jew, Tzadachli is called Migbeis Bechin Esel. Must entail both of these points. And to be sure, they do. Every Jew does have both points. Tzadachli means you have to express both points. Even if you're a chesed person, you have to express some gevurah. Even if you're a gevurah person, you express some chesed. Nothing is without a place. Which is why we find in Shasta, this Kama Dvarim, various things, that are Mekule, Beshamai, Umechubri Beis Hillel, where Beshamai was Mekel, and Beis Hillel was Machmir. Landenu, this reveals, this shows, Sha'av Beis Shammai, even Beis Shammai, Shesherish Nishmasim Bechinas Meila Elyon, that the Inyan of Beis Shammai was primarily Gevurah, measure, exactness, precision, judgment. Yes? Which is why they were always disposed to judging every situation with a chumrah and so forth. As opposed to Beis Hillel, Shahayu Bechinas Yamin Elyon. Beis Hillel comes from the kindness of Elyon. And therefore their tendency was that they always learned merit. Lahakel, to be light, lenient, to lahater, and to permit Isuri Beis Shammai, those things Beis Shammai prohibited. Okay? Sheyiyu mutarim isura, because Beis Hillel's tendency was to be generous and kind and inviting, to untie things from their being tied down into no goodness, into klipa. And as a result, Beis Hillel's inclination was v'yuchlu la'aleis la'mayla, should ascend upwards. Beis Hillel wanted to make things kosher. He had the chmanas on the nitzutz. Beis Shammai wanted to make things teif. He was too afraid of the nitzutz dragging you down. Dr. Avak became still. Became advarim and various things. Beis Shammai mekilin. Beis Shammai was the mekel mipnei, because you're talking about a yid, and every yid has everything in him. His scholar was sheidish nishmasam, when the root of the neshama Beis Shammai, there was an inclusiveness. Shu kalul gam miyamin. That Beis Shammai was including also chesed. Moreover, the same is true also that sheidish nishmas Beis Hillel, the root of the neshama Beis Hillel. Since it's a yid in kedusha, so even though he's a yid in chesed, still kalul gam ismail. He includes also the left. As it is known, the path and the measure of Kedesh Elyon, of the holiness above, of Sfiris. And again, I'm interpreting, I'm inferring, but I think that this is correct. Malachim are not Kedesh Elyon. Malachim are Nevrayim. Nishamis come from Alakus, from Sfiris. One of the differences between Nevrayim and Alakus, that in Alakus everything is one. So every Jew, since he comes from godliness, has everything in him. As opposed to a malach. This malach is chesed, this malach is gevurah. And Eiseh Shalom b'mreimov is between separate malach. The leis tamon, because in the world of Alakus and Kedusha and Sfiris there is not kitut, so pirichas Shalom. Kitut means cut off. And pirut means even divided, God forbid it all. All the midas include all of the midas. And since they include all the midas, each midah has all the other midas in it. This isn't Shara Yichet Ve'emunah. Havayahu Elikim. Remember that. Why is Havayahu Elikim? Because Havaya is Chesed, and Elikim is Gevurah, and they're midas of Elikus, and in Elikus everything is one. Right? And now we bring practical examples. Another example. We know by Avraham Avinu, Shu midas HaChesed V'Ava, that his midah was kindness and love. And nevertheless, it says by Avraham Avinu, Ata Yadaiti Kirei Elikim, Ata, that Avraham Avinu expressed Yiras Shamayim, fear of the Eibishter, when he did the Akedah. He allowed himself to be wrapped in the midah, the measure of gvura. And he tied up his own son. And he took the machelas. What does that say, machelas? That it eats up life. He picked up a shchita knife. So this act revealed the fact that in Avraham Avinu is also midas hagvura. Okay? And the same is true about Yitzchak. Yitzchak's midah was be'ikr geworden, but for sure there was also chesed. We find that Torah itself says that Avraham is chesed and Yitzchak is geworden. Or Ma Shamar HaKosov, the Torah says, Avraham Eyavi, or Pachad Yitzchak, that Avraham Avinu was in from a lover, and Yitzchak is in from Pachad. Says the Rebbe, Hini HaHefesh VaHevdel Hazehu, this only means to say that the distinction is, what is more revealed and what is more hidden. So B'midas Yitzchak, in the measure of Yitzchak, HaPachadu B'Bechinas Gili, primarily what's revealed is fear. Va'av Mesuteres, and the love is concealed. B'Bechinas Helen V'Hester, in a hidden and a concealed state. Va'ahepech, as opposed to B'midas Avraham Avinu, all of a sudden that he attacked Chesed and Gevurah, but the predominant, the revealed midah was Chesed and the Gevurah was concealed. See that every year there's every midah. Okay, sure.